So I just want to do a message for the Divine Masculine right now is what are you doing right now? I think you need some encouragement. So what are you doing right? How does the universe see you on the things that you're doing right? So what the universe sees that you're doing right now is this card right here. And this one, just want you to look at it for a second. And this one says the great serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So what you're doing right now is you went through a lot of pain probably in the past, and which made you angry and see the world from a different perception. But now you're starting to let go of that anger, release that anger, tap into the 5D instead of being in the 3D, letting go of the matrix, escaping the matrix. And now you're like letting go of conflict, situations that cause you conflict, that make you combative and whatnot. You're letting go of those situations. You're not engaging in conflict with people. And then, which is causing you to soften to love. You're finally opening up your heart again to love. You're doing the healing work so that you can soften to love. You're letting go of your anger. You're facing your shadows. And the universe sees that you're doing that, and that's what's making you soften to love. So the universe is proud of you for doing that and looking within and allowing yourself to overcome anger, because a lot of people, when they go through hard things and painful situations, they can stay in anger and see the world as a bitter place and be a victim in the situation instead of looking at the higher perspective and soften to love, because love is the only thing that gets us through everything. When we feel love for others, when we feel love for ourselves, that's how we get through it. So you're beginning to soften to love for yourself and soften to your love for others, people who deserve your love. So now you have Hiritha. This is beautiful. So this one was like about the desert and the stars above, right? And this one's being in the cosmos. Super different colors. This one's like more of like a darker energy, as you can see with like the darker colors, and just like the desert, the vastness of being lost in anger, consumed in sinking in sand, right? But you're overcoming that. And then this one is longing for home, homesick for the stars. So you're longing for a place that feels like home. Where you are right now clearly doesn't feel like home for you because you're longing for home. And this creator sees that. And your soul is longing to be out of this 3D reality and return back to the creator, right? But that doesn't have to be a physical escape. That can just be a mental escape, right? You're longing to tap into your soul's purpose. You're longing to tap into who you're meant to be, what your desires are, what you want to manifest in this reality. You feel homesick because everyone around you probably at this moment is still trapped in this 3D, whereas you see past it. You see that you're living in a matrix, and now you're longing for somewhere that feels like home, longing to be around people that feel like home, longing to be around soul connections that stimulate you, that make you feel, love you for your authentic self. So this is what the universe sees of you right now, that this is what you're longing for. And that you're homesick. You feel homesick, even though you might be in the city that you live in, but you're homesick for the home that your soul is calling you to. So what the universe sees that you're doing right is you're starting to loosen your grip, right? You felt like this place before where you're falling. So what the universe sees that you're doing right is that you're finally starting to loosen up your grip. You probably felt like this where you were sinking in sand, right? Like you felt angry, you felt like the world was out to get you, that things just weren't going your way, that life had treated you misfairly. Like, why does these things keep happening to you? And you felt like you were falling in despair, like you couldn't get out of it because you were so tightly holding on to the 3D. And once you realized that this 3D was illusion, then you started to loosen your grip on it. And the universe sees that, and you're finding better coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So you're starting to let a divine power in. You're starting to trust the universe is there for you, not against you. You're trying to trust in divine timing. You're letting go of addictions, things that are not serving you anymore, because they're not having the same effect on you. They're not even helping you anymore. They might be making you more anxious, and you're realizing, this is not working for me. I need to change my lifestyle. I need to make better choices. I need to see things from a different perspective. So you've been looking for things to help you change your perspective, right? Higher knowledge, insightful messages, tapping into your intuition, listening to your gut, trusting what your heart is telling you. And that's what it said, where you're softening to love, right? Because you're starting to trust what your heart is telling you. And you're letting the universe in. You're trusting divine timing. And that's what's changing things for you, because you're trusting in all these things. So the universe is proud of you that you're doing all these things to get yourself in a better place, because a lot of people stay stuck and you're choosing to get unstuck with your situation. So I just want to pull 3 more cards, but 2 I pulled and then 2 came flying out. So what else you're doing right that the universe sees is, you can see this card first, and it says a new earth. So it's happening. Keep holding the vision. So you're starting to see that, what I said, you're seeing through the 3D matrix, you're starting to operate from the 5D, and we're birthing a new earth by more people raising their vibration and seeing through the matrix and choosing to not abide by what they're selling us, not consume what they're telling us is good for us, and really going down a path of finding out what's good for us by listening to our soul and trusting that, not trusting these big corporations, and trusting like that we need to buy locally, we need to start growing our own food. Like once we get to that place and more people start doing it, we're starting to birth a new earth. That's what's making the matrix fall apart, because we're choosing to not buy into it anymore. So the creator wants you to know that they see that you know that this is a matrix, and they want you to know that it's happening. Keep holding to the vision. So they see that you have a vision of the type of life that you want, the type of world you want to see. Keep holding that, because your thoughts of having positive mindset, and the rest of the collectives that have a positive mindset, we change the earth to bring into this new earth. We bring the new earth into existence. We create our reality. So if we get back into negative, then we're staying a part of the old earth. So hold the vision, keep your vision, because it's happening. It's happening by us raising our frequency. More and more people are choosing to see through it. So good job. And then we have this one. I'll just show it to you. This is so beautiful. This is like an oasis. I want to jump in there right now. Wow. So you're getting a lot now. Like you only got one pretty much dark card, and then you got like all these beautiful lighter colors cards, right? Pinks and blues and greens. And this one, surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life, right? So what this is saying is that, sorry, my mind got sidetracked. I started thinking about something else. But yeah, you're surrendering to the sweetness. You're starting to see the things that will bring you joy. You're starting to act on your desires that are good for you, that are healthy, right? You're letting go of the addiction, those desires, and you're softening to love, and you're seeing things that bring you love and joy and happiness. And you're tapping into your feminine Venus energy, your sensuality, your sexuality, your pleasure. You're looking for things that bring you pleasure, that are good for you, right? So whether it's putting good food into your body, whether it's developing a relationship with a romantic partner, whether it's hanging out with friends that stimulate you, that raise you, whether it's being around family members that are positive and want the best for you and that love you and understand you, or whatever, right? You're starting to look for the things that bring you pleasure in life, and healthy pleasures, not unhealthy pleasures. So you're softening to love, and you're surrendering to the sweetness of it. So that's amazing. You're doing this right. And this is another thing, is that I think that the divine masculine and the divine feminine both got this last time, what the universe wanted you to work on, and now you're starting to do it. So your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So you're starting to tap into your creativity. You're starting to see the things that bring you joy and what you're interested in, what creative path, what creative outlet you're interested in, whether it's building things, whether it's whether it's writing, whether it's singing, whether it's painting, whatever your creative pursuit that makes you get lost in time, that you could do for hours and you just feel so calm and at peace after you finish it or while you're doing it. You feel like, oh, like a huge anxiety and weight lifted up your shoulder every time you do it, and you feel like you're adding to this world and adding to your self-love. You're starting to do that, and you're starting to see your life as a canvas. Before, you probably had that victim mentality and that the world was out to get you and that you're always going to experience this pain. And now you're starting to see that my life is a canvas. I can create whatever reality I want. So yeah, you're starting to see that your life is a canvas. Your life is, you paint the picture that you want for yourself. You create your reality. You're stopping to listen to other people's opinions on how you should live your life. You're stopping to listen to what the 3D matrix tells you your life should look like, what love should look like, what friendship should look like, what your income bracket should be, like all of these things. Like, you're starting to realize that you are abundance, and abundance can only come in when you start manifesting and creating your reality and having a positive mindset, not diving into the negative, woe is me, victim mentality, or that things are not meant to work out or whatever, because you see through the illusion now. You know that this is a contract that was created by negative mindsets, by people with a higher consciousness maybe, that created this contract for our souls to be trapped in. And now you're seeing through that, oh my God, like, I've been buying into this by my thoughts believing what they sold me, you know? So now you're realizing, no, I'm going to create my own reality. I'm the painter of my canvas, and I get to do whatever I choose to that brings me pleasure and desire and fulfillment, right? Like this card. You're surrendering to the sweetness, and that's what's creating your canvas to bring in beautiful things. And then weight of the world. So exactly what I was saying in the beginning. You probably felt like, and this is someone that's just like lying her back in water, her head is only above, and she feels the weight of her water on her, basically, right? And it's like weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So before, you probably felt like you had the weight of the world on your shoulders, and responsibilities, family responsibilities, burdens that you were taking on, pain that you were taking on, all of these things, you were taking on the weight of the world, trying to solve and fix everything, but you weren't surrendering to the universe and allowing the universe to help you fix things, allowing the universe to help you flow through it, allowing the universe to heal you, right? And now you're setting up boundaries, you're letting go, and you're realizing it's not yours to carry. All these things that people want you to be, and these expectations too that people have of you, that's putting weight on your shoulders. And now you realize that, no, like, I'm gonna do what I want because I'm a divine masculine who is a soul that gets to choose the life that I want. I'm not going to take on the weight of other people's problems anymore. I'm not going to let the world bring me down, this 3D matrix, tell me who I am and what I'm supposed to be. You're realizing that I'm more than all of that. So, yeah, this is good. Like, you're doing good. You're on the right track. You probably have days where you waver and teeter-totter between the two, but you're on the right track. And this is amazing. This is an amazing message from the universe.